Once upon a time, in a quiet village at the edge of a deep green forest, lived a kind-hearted girl named Lina. After her mother passed away, her father remarried a proud and cold woman who had a daughter of her own named Myra. Myra was spoiled and lazy, while Lina was gentle, hard-working, and always willing to help others. The stepmother disliked Lina's kindness because it made her own daughter seem even more selfish. One cold winter morning, when snow covered the ground like a blanket of white feathers, the stepmother called Lina and handed her a basket with a small piece of bread. "Go into the forest and gather berries," she said harshly. "Do not come back until the basket is full." Lina knew berries could not grow in the middle of winter, but she quietly obeyed and walked into the snowy forest, her breath forming small clouds in the icy air. After wandering for hours through the silent woods, Lina came upon a tiny cottage buried under snow. Smoke curled gently from the chimney, and a small wooden door creaked open as she approached. Inside the cottage lived 3 little dwarfs, each with long white beards and bright, wise eyes. They were surprised to see a young girl in the forest during such harsh weather. The dwarfs asked kindly, "Little girl, will you share your bread with us?" Though she had very little food herself and was terribly hungry, Lina smiled and broke the bread into 3 pieces, giving each dwarf a portion before taking the smallest piece for herself. The dwarfs were touched by her kindness. They then asked if she would help them sweep the snow from their doorstep and tidy their little home. Lina happily agreed and worked cheerfully until the cottage shone like new. When Lina finished, the dwarfs stepped outside and whispered together. "Such kindness must be rewarded," said the first dwarf. "From this day forward, every time she speaks, a golden coin shall fall from her lips." The second dwarf said, "And she shall grow more beautiful with every sunrise." The third dwarf added, "And one day she will marry a noble prince who will love her deeply." When Lina thanked them and returned home, the magic immediately began. Each time she spoke, a golden coin gently dropped to the floor. The stepmother was astonished and quickly demanded to know where Lina had been. After hearing the story, the greedy woman sent her own daughter Mira to the forest the next morning with a large loaf of bread, hoping the dwarfs would give her the same blessings. But when Myra found the cottage and met the 3 dwarfs, she refused to share her bread and complained about helping with any chores. "Why should I work for you?" she snapped rudely. The dwarfs quietly watched her behavior and shook their heads. When she finally left, they whispered together again. "Such selfishness deserves a lesson," said the first dwarf. "Each time she speaks, a toad shall fall from her mouth." The second dwarf added, "Her beauty shall fade a little more each day." The third dwarf finished, "And she will live a lonely life because of her cruel heart." When Myra returned home and spoke, an ugly toad hopped from her mouth. The stepmother screamed in horror as the curse revealed itself. Over time, Lina's kindness brought joy to everyone around her. Her beauty and gentle heart made her beloved in the village. And one day, a young prince, traveling through the land, heard her speak and saw the golden coins fall like tiny stars. Yet it was not the magic that captured his heart, was her kindness and warm spirit. The prince soon asked for her hand in marriage, and Lina became a wise and generous princess who helped the poor and cared for her people. Meanwhile, Mira and her mother slowly realized that greed and cruelty had only brought them misery. And so the villagers often told the story of Lina and the three dwarfs, reminding their children that true kindness always returns as a blessing, while selfishness often brings its own punishment.